the autumn of 1873, Horatio Gates Spafford and his family planned a sea voyage to Europe. Their 4 young daughters ranged in age of 18 months to 12 years. What a joyous family trip it was to be. As the date for their trip approached, Mr. Spafford's business encountered difficulties, so he had to stay behind. With difficulty, he bade his family Godspeed and promised to join them as soon as he could. All the female Spaffords embarked on the French steamer to begin their journey. Off the coast of Newfoundland, tragedy struck. Their ship collided with an English sailing vessel. It ripped a gaping hole in their ship's hull. Damage was so massive, the French steamer plunged to the bottom of the frigid sea within 20 minutes. Before the ship sank, Anna Spafford had gathered her 4 young daughters to her side and prayed, holding the very youngest in her arms. Sadly, none of the children survived. Near death herself, Anna was spotted from a lifeboat and rescued. 10 days later, the survivors landed in Wales. Anna wired her anxious husband a brief and profound message: saved alone. Horatio Spafford boarded the next available ship and was reunited in England with his grieving wife. Their close friend, Dwight L. Moody, was in Scotland and joined the bereaved couple. Reverend Moody later reported that in the midst of the deepest sorrow, the Spaffords never lost or doubted their faith. To Moody, they repeated, "It is well. The will of God be done." Back in Chicago, a visitor to Mr. Spafford's law office remarked on the words above the desk that read, "Saved alone." Retelling their story, Spafford again affirmed, "It is well. God's will be done." Later, he would report that the phrase, "It is well," inspired him to formulate the words of his poem that was subsequently put to music. Possibly you are thinking, this story is almost too much to handle, especially now when the news is filled with sad story and many sad statistics. If we look down a lot at our phones, where we walk, at our keyboards, at our stack of bills, yet there are many reasons to look up. "It is well with my soul" is a form of looking up and beyond our circumstances. We can be united in hope, in compassion, and in knowing what we are living now is not permanent. This beautiful hymn still lives today because many have found hope in the midst. This is a season of our lives like no other. In our proactive ways to protect ourselves physically, it's also important to take care of ourselves emotionally and spiritually. May this story and this song encourage you to take hope and know that with your soul, it is well. I leave you with these words from my very favorite hymn. "When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well